Hey everybody, welcome back. Super Auto Pets. You know how it is. We kind of crushed it last episode. I'm presently of the belief that the pay to win is a little bit harder than the free to play. But in the early game, it's actually like kind of goated. This is a great squad. We'll be the sniffing, amazing. We'll be the sour. We'll be the amazing chipmunks. I know it's kind of not the most inspiring name, but we will be the amazing chipmunks briefly. I don't really think a ladybug is like insanely strong in round one, but from round one onwards, it's like, I mean, it's the animal that I want on my squad. Especially combined with our newfound desire for bee meta. I mean, how does 2 ants, 2 fish, and an upgraded bee ladybug lose? I'll give you a simple answer. It doesn't. It doesn't? It doesn't. Okay, I got a little scared because the horse cricket spam is kind of like good in the early game now. Hey, I don't like dislike the horse as an animal. Like, I think it's a proud animal with a long history of being a friend of mankind. I know the puppy's not going to get any value here, but we had to spend our gold on something. I think the puppy's pretty good moving forward. It's just that I thought it was overrated and overrepresented within the context of Super Auto Pets pre-patch. Now that we're in the post-patch world, I think it's actually kind of, sort of a little good, honestly. Okay? That's totally fine. We can only buy one more thing. I think the play is puppy at the back. Put a bird on it. We're going to have a 4-3 puppy round 4. I think the puppy can genuinely be... What the... How do you have 11 HP? Look at this otter, man. Holy crap. We're going to win regardless, which is kind of amazing. But I think the puppy, much like the old version of the dog... Actually, the new version of the dog, this probably even applies to a greater extent. But it needs to get to level 2 as soon as possible. If you can't get it, this is like, I mean, it's hard to argue that maybe like an apple is better than meat. But I've made my choice, let's live with it. It falls off, it's one of those things where it's like, it's too good to sell. We could still... We're not going to take this one. I was going to say we could. You ain't nothing but a broke boy, but at least you got the win there. It's too good. We need this. To sell. Because it's usually like an anchor, but in like a good way. You know how like an anchor can either... weigh you down, or I guess you could be at the front now. An anchor could weigh you down, or alternatively, it could keep you exactly where you want to be. It could provide you with like some ballast. That's what we got going on here. This is a testament to the power of food meta when you got 2 rabbits. We're in a very dangerous spot here early on. This is not looking so good. You gotta go. Honestly, you're just not getting it done for us. And more than anything else, I would say we probably need garlic on our dog. I think you do it like that. Now, we can't buy it and have our puppy scale. So I think you just freeze it for now. And a bat and a caterpillar. The caterpillar could level up right now, but I don't think it's worth it. This could be a little tight. But, yeah, basically, look, I've never finished my train of thought here whatsoever. But essentially, like, the problem with the puppy that I have... is that it's so good, and we're going to lose this one, by the way. It's so good. Never mind, we're going to draw. You feel like you can't sell it, but if it doesn't get to level 2, it's just slowly weighing you down. So we sell the owl. That's not amazing, but not as useless as it might originally appear. You need garlic. With garlic, you need this support. We're not going to build a second caterpillar. That's just a little bit too ambitious for where I'm at in my present life. We'll just keep it running like this and hoping for the best. 1820 worm. That's why you take bats, man. That's why you take bats. I'm honestly, just to be alive is enough for me right now. So I'm not sweating this too much. Look, it would be nice. For now, you probably got to do this. Just be smart. I know we could have taken our caterpillar like 1 level up, but you gotta be smart. I think you could freeze a boar here, because you can't really buy anything else. Okay. So now, like, there's a glimmer of hope, but a squad consisting of 3 units with meat could sure put a damper on it. Or not, is the alternative, I guess. We could just go through it easily. But we need, like, a turtle to protect our butterfly. So let's not buy a boar. Let's focus our buffs. We can fit 1 unit out here. People probably, in my opinion, will not be expecting a scorpion on round 10. It's a touch early. They might have a strong non-melon unit up at the front. And wouldn't you know it, all of a sudden, we've taken this run that seemed to be going nowhere, and at least we've added a little glimmer of respectability at 5 wins. We still, in my opinion, need a puppy to get to the next level. Now, normally, I would probably be happier with garlic longer, but we're on lethal, so I'm really, like, our margin for error is so slim that I feel like, well, it actually made no difference here, but the flip side of making no difference is that it made no difference. So we get the 6 wins anyway. We've had to be pretty tight here. So a scorpion with a 1-up, when it respawns, let's just try it. Do you think it'll have a peanut when it respawns? So its 1/1 attack could break melon armor, and then its next attack will have the peanut. Could be interesting. Now, a T-Rex is a guaranteed freeze. We would sell a fish to make it happen. But first, give me that level 2 puppy, because it also gives us a very nice acceleration on our caterpillar. Does it work? It does come back with the peanut. That's pretty advantageous. I also feel like I fought the same team like 6 times here, which is very merciful for us. Very, very helpful. Okay, we want to stay on 3 gold. Let's take a bat with a B just in case. And then the servers will go down briefly. We should have saved for that, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Now we know for the next round. Level 2 T-Rex would be freaking dynamite, man. So we got a respectable 7 wins. I have not been paying attention to turtles at all. This could go wrong at any given moment. We busted your steak. Very limited value there. Are you going to kill me? You are going to kill me. But you're not going to kill me. We're going down. It was pretty close. Honestly, I can't be upset with a 7-win run. Like, considering we were at like 2 wins when we got to lethal, I feel like that went pretty well. You could just take this, but I'm going to roll. Is a recipe be the witty fossils? Wrinkled nuts is such a good name. I deserve to lose for not taking the wrinkled nuts, honestly. But 3 ants is a recipe for losing round 1. But it does give us a level 2 on turn 3 if we want it. I mean, we could get it on turn 2, but we just simply don't want it. Sure, okay. I mean, you gave me a chance. I can't be mad. We'll level up to a level 2 ant, which is always... It's much like the puppy. You look at a level 2 ant and you go like... Oh my god, the ant luck? You're like, oh, I need to get rid of it to make room for better units, but at the same time, like, oh, it's so useful right now. It's always hard to dump it. I think, for now, we should do something like this. A tropical fish gives us like a nice degree of pace moving forwards. Well, we should have buffed the other ladybug, I guess, now that I think about it. Well, I don't know, actually. Well, yeah, I think probably. I'm just trying to think, because I know, like, some of these buffs are on the ladybugs are temporary, but they apply equally to both of them, so... Yeah, probably should have applied it to the other ladybug, but whatever. Meat, actually, like... just to be real with you, doesn't really have like a big use case here. I might even wait on it. I'll keep trying to level the ants. Maybe now you got me a little bit more persuaded. And what are we at? 2 wins? 2 wins in 3 rounds so far. It's hard for me to imagine, and now like it didn't matter which one you added to because the effects add synergistically. This seems like the kind of build that can actually win. Oh, I thought that was a win, to be honest. The kind of build that could win in the early game pretty easily, but you got to be much more concerned about it falling off in the later game. Let's dump a mosquito. It's not as good as a bat. The mosquito was doing very little for us. Let's buy a little salad. And that's just, we're trying to help out the whole squad because we're going to be sticking with everybody here for a little while. We'll take an ant to the next level. I'll be honest, I feel like you could do worse than 2 salads as long as we're still running double ladybugs here, which I don't know how long that's going to last, but something must have happened, man. The horses are taking over. We still draw thanks to the bat weakness. No, we just played the same person twice in a row. I don't think horses are taking over. Now, again, like these are very inefficient buffs, but we're trying something. We're trying a little double ladybug meta. And if you don't like it, Napoleon, you can leave. So keep those buffs rolling. We got 8-11 ant round 6. Now we got 2 wins in 5 rounds, which is much less exciting. However, it's not looking too bad. Am I right? Or am I right? Now that we're playing somebody who isn't running 7 horses and 5 bees, it doesn't look so bad. Okay. So at some point, we're going to have to combine. And the combine is also going to come with a garlic instead of a bee. And I think we'd love to put a skunk on the team here. You could do a lot worse than that. We're on round 7. Let's start with the tropical fish. I totally would add a seal here. Probably instead of our skunk, to be honest, but we'll see. It just seems like a great add to our food build. And I'm liking putting the bat back out there, honestly. Okay, when your ant gets 3 kills, you know you're probably in a pretty good spot. That takes us to 4 wins. Slightly unusual build, but I like it. This can show up at any time. We don't need it immediately. Chicken, look, if there was a time that it was going to work, it might be now, and yet still I find myself uninterested. Let's... I'm going to buff our ant, as insane as that sounds. And next turn, we're going to buy the seal. Just this one, we got 2 levels, or yeah, 2 levels up. We're just going to keep it simple. We took your bee away, which feels nice. I'm kind of surprised at the utility we're getting out of our equipment here, but it's going very well now. Okay, now you can go, or the bat, but I'm gonna say the skunk, but it's a close call. We're gonna roll and look for another seal. Actually, would be kind of sick. Freeze that chocolate. I'd say freeze the apple too. I'm actually happy with where we've got our units placed. I don't mind the seal at the back. It might be a little bit of a surprise. Man, this is getting work done. Are you seeing this? We're at 6 wins already. Pardon me. And it is early. Okay. Good. Like this is round 10. So this right here, and I will actually hit you with one of these then. This right here is our 10th round. Having a level 2 seal is kind of cracked this early on. Now, we only drew there, but still, the weak link on our squad is definitely the bat. If we can't get a bat to a better level, I do feel like it's a little late for a buffalo or a bison. Is way too late for a buffalo, as mentioned earlier. We'll need melon at some point. It doesn't necessarily have to be right now. A drag, you could totally take a dragon and then just go for like long scaling. But I love spending my money on the seal, man. There must be something wrong with me. Let's do it again. For some reason, I'm a believer in this build we got here. We just need to buy more food. I said no to a T-Rex, I'll admit it. But I do also want to say, like, one of the reasons I said no to a T-Rex is because, I mean, you could win a lot more often if you just took a T-Rex every run. Now, it's not to say that there's anything wrong with that if that's your primary goal in life. Me personally, I do like winning, but I also like to mix it up a little bit, you know? Try some builds that are a little bit more, not even unusual, because I think that's giving me a little bit too much credit, but some builds that are slightly out of the box, at least. And a seal is just like, there's something about it, like it's just one of the more fun builds to use. I couldn't even tell you why. Wow, we lived through the Badger there. That's 7 wins. Take one of these. Take one of these. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll keep the bat rolling. Honestly, like our bat eating a steak and then going to the very front might be interesting. We are going to start to run into problems with like stronger units. But the thing that I think is worth noting about that, it's all running into some serious danger here. Never mind, we're going to draw. And we were 1 HP away from a win, for the record. But take one of these. Give 2 random friends 3/3. Well, it's very hard for me to not just give you this steak then, to be honest. Because that seems like insane. You think this could work? Oh, baby. I think what we're going to be relying on, I guess we should have moved our ladybug, but what we're going to be relying on to get to 10 is getting this bat to level 2 and then overriding useful equipment. Honestly, weakness on the blowfish seems exceptional in a situation where they're running hedgehogs. So that ended up not being much of a problem. I feel for him because it's a nasty way to get blown out. How about I feed you one of these? Dude, our ladybug is like too strong here. Or too tanky, at least. You know, it's pretty minor, but why not at least give it a try? This is a kind of an interesting build, you got to admit. Bat difference did not come through in the clutch for me there. These stakes are going to cause me a sincere problem. I need this bat to get 1 level up and maybe also get slightly lucky with my placements. Oh, there's our bat. I'm not buying a ladybug. That's a little much. Hit the seal. Okay, you tried. I can't be mad. Again, we should really move our ladybug or our tropical fish, but I'm lazy. Okay, there's the value of the steak. Not quite gonna get there though. We're still not on lethal. We're 2 away, which is funny, but we are fighting stronger and stronger teams every round now. I'm just now realizing as well that time that I was 1 HP away, if I had just placed my units in the proper place, maybe that would have given me enough. Honestly, if we lose this one, sell the tropical fish and then roll a level 2 tiger behind the bat, and you'll have the you'll weaken 2 to 4 enemies. But I actually We're not making it! That was at a level 3 badger, holy crap. I guess you only have garlic, so. Okay, so sell you. Level 2 bat. Try some sushi. Worked like a dream. So now, we're going to have 2, 3, or 4 weakness, depending on the way that this shakes out. We hit 3. I think you got to treat that as pretty reasonable, and yet still, we're going down to 1. We fell off so hard. We can't sell the tiger. It's like, it's not an option. Well, you know what? Just make sure you get that double 3-piece. We could draw this round, and then we would have more to go with, so maybe we should have frozen some sushi or something like that, but... This time, we got 4, but then it changed. Oh, but we overrode their melon. It's not gonna matter. It's gonna matter, we draw. Still in it. Okay. I could always just feed you another steak, but... Realistically, I don't even think you're gonna get to attack, but I'll feed you this just in case. We gotten great luck on the seal. I can't even deny that. I think we needed to prioritize maybe putting melon on our ant instead of just regular old meat. Please. Please. Please! Oh my god, we did it 10 wins. I knew. It was like we were so strong, we were so weak, and then we got there in the end. I think we must have... That must be one of the longest rounds we've ever played, and I also think that we... Maybe all the teams that were super good had already gotten to 10 wins and thus been taken out of the pool, and we were only going against other mid squads, but I'll take it. Oh, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!